The next thing we're going to explore is the SMART model, the SMART model. Creating well-defined requirements. Now, this model was created by Peter Drucker in 1954, so it has survived the test of time. The SMART model basically means this. The S stands for specific. Be precise when you do a requirement. Make sure you're very specific. You're very precise of what it is that you're defining as a requirement. Make it measurable. Use values. Use numbers. Use things that we can actually measure to prove that it is within that tolerance. Agreed to by your customers and users. Make sure that your customers and users and all stakeholders agree that this is an actual requirement. And make it realistic. Can it be done? Not can it be done anywhere in the world, but can it be done with the resources and with the capabilities that we have within our organization? And last but not least, time. Set deadlines. It has to be done by a certain period of time. Now, let me give you an example of what I mean by a SMART requirement. Let's say, for example, I'm making a new computer system. And basically, the definition of the new computer system, one of the requirements of it, it must be user-friendly. Now, that is a very standard statement that many computer systems out there, software systems today, but basically it's what I call a fuzzy system. It means absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, its only intention is to make sure it means nothing, and then nobody can be held accountable to this fuzzy statement. User-friendly. So let's run the SMART model by this particular thing. Let's see, can we make it more specific? Okay. Let's say, for example, we wanted to, when we talk about user-friendly, more specific that it must have a voice-activated interface. The response time for the voice-active interface must be 0.001 seconds. And it must be completed, the whole act must understand 14 different languages. So now we have a more qualifier of what user-friendly means. And basically said what the user-friendly, that this system must be voice-activated, it must understand 14 different languages, and it must have a response time of 0.001. So that's much more of a specific, a measurable, agreed to, realistic, and time-bounded kind of product requirement than saying it should be just user-friendly. So that's an example of what we mean when we talk about our well-defined requirements. Questions to ask when we're doing product requirements. We need to ask the questions of the who, the what, the when, the where, and the how. And by using the SMART model, by asking those questions and finding the answers to these, this supports the actual SMART model. And the SMART model will basically give us clearer, more precise, more measurable product requirements so that we can actually deliver those particular things and be measured towards those product requirements so that we can actually prove that we delivered what we said we're going to deliver. Well, this is the end of this video. Next up is a video on Project Charter.